helping you to weather good and bad economies without putting retirement on hold. This is the Tumolo Financial Podcast with Ken and Nick Tumolo. Ken and his son Nick know that creating a comprehensive financial plan can align your hard-earned life savings with your retirement goals. Consider them your retirement architects. Now, the Tumolo Financial Podcast with Ken and Nick Tumolo.
One of the biggest topics that comes up these days is what do I do at Social Security if I'm divorced? Because there are a lot of little pluses and minuses with Social Security as far as for divorced spouses. A lot of people don't know. You may still be able to claim Social Security based on your ex-spouse's record. So it's important to know what you qualify for. You don't want to leave something on the table that you don't take that you might have qualified for that might have improved your picture and made things easier for you. So I'm just going to cover a few common questions that come up quite a bit. And then some of these you might not even think about. But can you really collect Social Security based on an ex-spouse? The answer is yes. There's some eligibility, though. So the thing is, yes, if you're eligible, you may be able to claim up to 50% of your ex-spouse's benefits. So think about this. You didn't have a long work record or you didn't earn a real lot because let's just pretend your spouse was the main earner between the two of you. So then your Social Security is a lot smaller. And so you go to retire, you basically can claim against them. And it doesn't hurt their social, by the way. Basically, they don't even know that you're claiming against it. It's just the way the rules work. And so you don't want to leave that on the table. Let's just pretend you were supposed to get $1,000, but then when you add in your ex-spouses, you're going to get $1,500. That $500 is huge. I mean, it's $500 more to help you do what you need to do. So one thing just not to forget, key requirements. What are the key requirements to qualify as a divorced spouse? And this is the part that I mentioned. There's a few things you need in order to qualify. One of them is you had to be married at least 10 years. You're 62 or older. You're currently unmarried. And your own benefit is lower than your ex. And so if you meet those four, then you can start to collect against their Social Security. So it could improve your picture quite a bit. So make sure you check those boxes. If you forget what I'm talking about, don't worry. You can come in and see us, and we've got those things to check off for you. Does claiming on an ex affect their benefits or their current spouse? I kind of gave this away in an earlier question, but no, it doesn't affect them. And remember what I said earlier, they don't even know you're claiming against them. So it doesn't change what they're going to receive. It doesn't mess up their spouse. So if they remarried, it doesn't mess them up. So you don't have to feel bad. I've worked with couples and then people that were divorced, and sometimes they're worried, oh, I don't want to do that to them. And I'm like, you're not doing anything to them. Trust me. They don't even know you're drawing against it. It doesn't mess them up. So, and I always like to stress, it's about you. You got to get through retirement. You have to enjoy it. So if we can get some extra income coming in to help you out, that's what we want to do. Another one, this one will surprise you. Multiple ex-spouses can even claim off the same record. So let's pretend that same person that you got divorced from, someone else got divorced from that person too, and they were married 10 years too, checking all the qualifiers. Both of you can claim off of that one person. So the thing is it doesn't mess you up if they remarried and then got divorced again. It's based on the whole thing. It was your qualifiers, not the qualifiers of your ex-spouse. What if your ex hasn't filed for Social Security yet? So that gets a little bit, we'll say dicey, but not really dicey. You may still be able to, as long as you've been divorced for at least 2 years, you may be able to start your claim. And then both of you are at least 62. So there's a few things to look at. A lot of rules in Social Security is the best way that I'm going to put it. And sometimes what I'm doing is I'm sending someone down to Social Security with a few things to ask. And then they come back and like, yeah, they said I can do this. I'm like, yep, that's what we thought. But we want to make we just want to make sure that the plan's going to work the way that, that we think it's going to work. Every once in a while, I get a little surprise out of Social Security. And then sometimes I have to call back with the person and then they say, oh, no, it works the way that you said it works. We misunderstood them. So it's really just seeking some help in order to do this. So the ability to file independently surprises a lot of people. So one more question, what happens if your ex-spouse passes away? And this is going to surprise people. And a lot of people miss this, by the way. They're married to someone, they're claiming against their Social Security, the ex-spouse passes away. You actually get a raise. You go up to what that person was collecting. Because remember, you're collecting 50% of what they were collecting. So now what happens when that person passes, all of a sudden you get a 50%, another raise. It's actually a 100% raise because you get that other 50% that's missing. So that can help you a lot. You don't want to miss that benefit. I know we don't want to wish for people to pass, but the reality is a lot of us as we get older, we pass away at different times. So if your ex predeceases you, just don't miss that extra benefit. And like I said, it's one of the biggest missed opportunities. Okay. So in close, a few things to note. You may be eligible for benefits based on an ex even after a divorce. Your claim does not impact their benefit or their current spouse. So don't feel bad, okay, if you do this. The 10-year marriage rule is critical. And then survivor benefits can be significantly higher than divorced spousal benefits. So that was that last rule that I talked about, getting that bump up. So this is an area where someone could miss an opportunity. It's just knowing the rules about Social Security. And there's so many rules that even experts miss the rules. So it's really going and meeting with someone that knows rules. And sometimes it might be a back and forth with Social Security, but you don't want to miss it. So if you want help understanding your options, reach out to us. Just visit our website at tfcheckup.com. or click on the link below.
Investment advice offered through Tumolo Wealth Management, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Content contained herein should not be construed as an offer or solicitation for investment advice or for the purchase or sale of any security, insurance, or other investment product. Please consult with a qualified financial, tax, accounting, or legal professional before implementing any ideas or strategies discussed here.